Yo, what's up? Blaze Sunflame here, and RJ. Yeah, RJ's here with me. So some of you were asking for my PvP setup and stuff like that, and I didn't want to give you an outdated version because I was working on something else. So we actually got the last part of it besides the pet. So I'm gonna go in depth with that, and
It was very painful.
yeah, it was pain. It was 5 days. So here's the stats. And look, it's pretty crazy, because this damage here is 59 right now, but I'll show you my pet later. By the time I'm done with my pet, that's going to be like 74 damage. The resistance is going to be the same, 63 to storm, 53 to ice, 43 universal. So that's why I lost to RJ in those PvP battles, because that used to be 33 to balance, so I didn't really have anything there. Along with that, my health is 4,000 when it used to be like 3,600. And this critical rating and block rating is pretty solid. 200 universal, besides storm and ice, and 265 to fire. 75 pip chance, and around 46% heal boost. I try to focus on like everything else, because like if you take them out before you're able to heal, that would be better. And Warlord, yeah, we did a lot of work while we were gone. We're gonna have PvPs out. We're just working because Aquila was a whole farming stage, and we're still gonna work on that. So
I also want to mention that we did not use PvP gears in our setup, because we're not like that.
yeah,
Won't be those recording gears, douches.
yeah, he's just saying. So first up, Knightly Helm. I prefer this over the level 90 gear, I believe, from Azteca, because sorry, because it gives more resist, and even though the Azteca one gives more critical, I prefer to be a tank more than like a critical horse. So next up, the robe, same thing, level 74, because oh yeah, actually the robe is better. I recommend that if you're gonna go crafting and you're gonna like, you're deciding between the Azteca and the level 74, the Avalon one, pick the Azteca, because I just picked this one because I was in Avalon and I was just like, I'll get it. But the Azteca gives more critical, a bit more resist, and it's just better to have. So next one, I picked Jade Boots, because I tried, as you can see, I tried every single combo known to man. I tried the Cold House Chalk Boots, I've tried the Salamander, Fire Starter, I tried every single one. So each one has its own unique taste. If you guys want me to go on with that, I can. I could go into like different setups that I've used. I've experienced everything. The critical side of everything being completely defensive, having like crit block up to 300. So if you want me to do that, then leave a comment. Next one, this took a bit of farming too, from the Pharaoh's Horde pack, the Lunar Scepter of Anubis. Took me about 10,000 crowns to get this thing. It was well worth it, and I was about to quit when I got this too, so that was a big win for me. So after that, the Athon Blade of the Felled Titan. You get this from Cronus. It's in the New World Aquila. Some of my friends got this in an hour, or like on their first try, or their first few tries, or their first few days. Me and RJ have been trying to get this for 5 days. We got it today when RJ was about to quit on today. So that was...
Mostly me. I mostly did all the work.
Yeah, because I was on vacation, so... Yeah, he was there. Yeah.
And still, I had no idea. They didn't do enough money to buy a whole continent, so...
Yeah,
all that gear you get worth to buy a whole continent.
Alright, so after that, I have the Life Mastery Amulet. I think all of you have already seen that if you've seen our past PvP videos. And the only thing that I haven't experienced yet, that some people are recommending to me, is the Enfeeble Amulets, which is a really great idea. I've seen people use it. I've seen them know how to work it. It's just that I don't want to like put 4 reshuffles and every time I want to destroy a blade stack, I have to like keep on reshuffling and deleting all my cards and finding the enfeeble. Even though
that's why
yeah, even though heavy discarding is a good tactic. Next one.
I'm pretty sure you should also talk about the amulet of mining, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we'll talk about another amulet. So Alpha and Omega, another Aquila ring. You get this from the first dungeon side boss, which is Gladius Demirilicus. I don't know how to pronounce it. So this one was pretty quick to get. I mean, some of my friends can't get it. I got it first, so this one was pretty easy to get on my side things. I think all of them are pretty random. I still have to get the deck that you get from the squid. I'll explain that later. It's pretty sick. So my pet to move on with. This is the pet I use now. Fairy, Spellproof, Spellify, Fireblade. But this is the one I'm working on. It has, I'm aiming for Fairy, Spellify, Spellproof, Pain Giver, and Fire Dealer. And I'm working on that so far. I have everything. I have all of the talents. I just have to mash them together. And mounts, they don't really matter, do they? I guess I'll show you my 1v1 deck first. It's only customary. So I just got Brimstone Revenant. That's a new addition. This is my 1v1 deck. So the important thing you need to know about fire is that you could go 2 ways, and I find this the easier way. You could use fire minions to destroy shields, or you could use shatter. And I chose fire minions because shatter is a myth spell, as most of you know, and to dispute a 3 pip for a fire minion is easier to do than shatter. I used to carry shatters, but fire minions are way more easier, and it gives the opponent something to worry about, because it just gets annoying, and plus it casts Black Mantle or Smokescreen, whichever one it is, so that always hinders them. So I have like half of these cards are usually minion killer cards, like Fire Dragon, the Scout. I usually try to keep it to a DOT level, except for like the Ifrits and the Brimstone. Brimstone is just like for the quick hit, like to get some damage. Ifrit is for the -90, but I like the DOTs because that's like fire specialty. Like that's what you gotta work on. You just have to find that balance, really. So to go on, I have 3 reshuffles because people would do 2 or 1 depending on their style, but I did 3 because I was in a game once where 3 reshuffles actually helped me, where I had to deal with the ice with Jade Gear and Guardian Spirit, and that took forever because the ice revived like 3 or 4 times, and I didn't train Doom and Gloom back then, so there's that. So into TCs here, I have Regenerates because it's only an extra pip and it's a big boost, and I have Satyrs, Triad, Heckhounds. This is important not only for ices, but pretty much anything that has, or anyone who has more resist over 40. I carry Cleanse Charms in case I don't find something in my deck to remove things such as dispels or weaknesses. I use that. Like, I'm gonna actually switch this later on because I realized that Elemental Blades waste 1 pip, and it would be easier just because when are you ever gonna have like, let's say a full setup with Elemental Blades and Fire Blades? It's never gonna happen. Might as well just carry Fire Blades, get rank 0. It's rank 0, so you don't waste any pips, and you still get the same amount as Elemental Blade. I just trained Elemental just for like NPC battles and stuff like that. So this is my favorite, Sacrifices and Empowers. Empowers help set up for Sacrifices, as well as both of them remove feints, hexes, weaknesses, plagues. They're very handy. They're easy to get at the bazaar for most of the time. Sacrifices are a little bit tricky. Just find the bazaar for a few. You should get it. Vengeance, as you saw, I had a 265 critical to fire, so Vengeance is for that extra power and stuff. And I think that's my 1v1 deck. Oh yeah, let me just go over some of the shields and such. Tower shields, they're essential. You don't have to copy my deck, but it's a good build to start off with, because it has like things that'll just stop the opponent from all the things that he does or she does. Entangles. Some people overlook this. They'll see a balance or they'll see a death and they won't use entangle. But the thing that you forget is that the pet uses life spells. It uses unicorn, uses fairy. Entangle helps with that. It's not useless when you find someone that's not life or without a life mastery. It's always useful, always good to use. Cloak. I like to use cloak for, to hide entangle, because they could see your life mastery, but it could be anything. It could be a weakness, it could be stuff like that, unless they watch your pips. Some people do that, and it's a really good trick to use. I try to keep the bubble to myself. Doom and Gloom, I carry 2 now. I used to carry 5 wildfires, but I was finding them way too much, and I just deleted them off the bat. Like, I would only keep 1, so it was too much. So now I only keep 3. You have to just find your balance according to who you are. I think that's like the main thing. My rain beetle cards, those are always a good thing. I mean, sometimes they fizzle because they're storm, but if they pay off, like if it does happen, then it's a good thing to have, because you get 25% blade and you could remove a lot of things in the process. So to move on, my 2v2 deck, this is like me and RJ's specialty. The thing that you have to know is that this deck wasn't just made by me. RJ helped me as well, and I helped him with his deck. You have to just, when you're creating a 2v2 deck, you can't just make it on your own. You have to have your teammate with you on that. And you have to carry as much AoE, which means all on everyone spells, as much as you can, like Fire Dragon, Meteor, Rain of Fire. It's pretty solid. It seems to have near the same setup, except less wildfires, more infections, because there's more people, so you have to sort of stack those infections as well. 2 reshuffles, because RJ's the one that carries the other reshuffles in case I need one. And I have a choke there for in case we go second. We still have to experiment though, because we haven't PvP'd in a while, because we've been practicing. And the TC deck. Rebirths, regenerate again, because there's no need for Satier. If you ever need a heal, regenerate is going to be good for 2v2. Satier will be alright, but try to keep it to a small amount. And then I have more vengeances. I think I have to work on this actually. I feel like it's too unbalanced. There's way too many vengeances, way too many weaknesses. But I mean, it works out, because weaknesses hinder them. But I feel like I should only carry a few, because I don't want to spam them. I use it so I have my main tactic is so that I have so many rank 0 spells that by the time that I'm done doing all the stuff that were rank 0, I'll have enough pips to attack with an Ifrit or a Fire Dragon or a Meteor. So that's sort of my tactic most of the time. If anything goes wrong, it doesn't work out, you just have to adapt to your situation. So I think that's it. I think I've covered everything. Me and RJ will be having PvPs out soon once we get everything set out. I think he's working on he might be working on a pet. I think he's working on a pet to get better resist.
Yes, but at the same time, no.
It's just a side.
Right now, it takes a lot of work.
Yeah. So we're gonna we might do another 1v1 against each other, just to test out our new and improved selves, because I think RJ has better stats too. He showed yeah, he has better stats too, I think. So, but he has to go through that 43% resist, and
either way, my damage increase, you're gonna have a really hard time dealing with me. hard. I might KO you.
Yeah, I know. I've been trying to get practice versing him second, cause second, like, I usually die quicker, but you have to learn how to go second. You can't just be second and then leave the game, cause that's not how it goes. Yeah.
You always gotta, if you get hit, you always gotta heal yourself all the way back up. You can't let them stack on you. You can't let them just keep hitting you. You gotta put pressure on them so that they can waste their pips on you. And shield as much as possible so you won't get cornered.
Yeah.
When you're out of pips and you have last resort.
And I'm actually gonna test this tactic out, the backdraft tactic. It's pretty old because people use it and some people didn't like it because it took too much time. And it's pretty much like a supercharged tactic if you ever seen it. Like it would be in a 2v2, they'd both be Jade, but the Storm would carry a supercharged and a TC supercharge, and then they'd just get 400% blade, and they'd myth dispel spam you and spam you from clearing out anything, and you wouldn't be able to clear it out and they'd kill you like that. Backdraft is pretty much the same thing, but it's a bit harder because it's harder to prevent because it's a trap. But I don't think I'm going to try that. It seems a little bit too mean and a little bit too time consuming. By the time you get a full backdraft, when you're ready to do your second one, you're probably going to be dead, because that takes maybe 7 rounds just to get full pips, considering if you would get full. And I'm not going to go into this. Anyway, that was it. If you guys want to see anything else from us, then comment below, and I'll see you guys later.